Hey everybody, my name is Lauren and welcome to Caught Up in a Book with Lauren. Here on this channel, we offer book reviews and more for the culture. Today's video falls into the category of and more. I am going to highlight the best apps for reading and or listening to books. Some of you may be new to your active reading journey and may not know where to start, or you may not know all the options that are available to you. So today I'm going to bring you the ones that I use and the ones that I've heard about that have the reading streaks in a frenzy. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. The first app on my list is Kindle. Kindle is made by Amazon. And if you are like me, Kindle may already have you in a chokehold. Okay. Kindle is my primary reading resource. So, Kindle by Amazon is easy to access. It's available on Apple and Android devices, but it is also, game changer here, also available on its very own Amazon devices. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. This is my favorite platform to use due to its ease of access. They have many books available, many genres, and reasonable price ranges. Plus, in some cases, you can get a physical copy of the book and a digital copy for one price, but they sell digital copies of the books, and you can get the physical copy of the book delivered. So it's like a one-stop shop. So a major plus with Kindle is that you could get a Kindle Fire or another type of Kindle device. And in most cases, when you get a Kindle device, it's almost like a 2-for-1 because yes, you can still get the digital copy. Yes, you can still order the physical copy if you wanted to. But in many cases, when you get the digital copy, you can have the sorry, the devices have the technology where the book can be read to you. There's no extra cost to that or anything like that. It just has to be on a Kindle device. So in my case, Kindle Fire is what I usually use. And a few years ago, Kindle Fire had Christmas all in the chokehold. It was all the rage. Probably like 2008, maybe 2007. It was a very popular item. Of course, it was on sale for Black Friday. But Kindle gives you the option to also hear the book in many cases. So the book reading is a little robotic. It's just a one little single female robotic. I guess that's technically Alexa reading to you. I never thought about that till now. So it's Alexa reading to you, but it's an awesome feature at no extra cost. That is on the Kindle devices. You're not going to be able to use that reading out loud factor on um, your Android or Apple device because usually that's a phone or a tablet, something like that. In most cases, they don't have that. But if it's an actual Kindle device, such as a Kindle Fire, you do have that technology. So what I love about Kindle is the fact that they have many free options and then other options for as little as like 99 cents. It's not going to break the bank to buy your books from Kindle. They do have other options that go up to, sometimes it's like $2.99, $5.99, $7.99. It does increase, but I think the most I have paid for a Kindle book, a digital copy of a Kindle book, is about $9.99. And that was probably a book that I really wanted because there are so many options that are cheaper than that. So they also have the option which is called Kindle Unlimited, where you can pay a subscription fee and you pay the one set price per month and you get unlimited Kindle books, unlimited downloads, and the books are free. So you pay your monthly subscription and you have an unlimited amount of books to download. The only thing that I'm not sure of, and maybe I can find out and look into, is whether or not you still have access to those books if you decide to in your subscription. That'll be an interesting fact and factor that I will look into. Here, I have to note that Amazon in general started as basically a bookstore. A bookstore. And with them embracing the Kindle and continuing to sell books and things like that, it's a way of them kind of embracing their roots. So for me, they're like the digital OG. But I have to give a momentary mention to Barnes and Noble because they also had or have something similar called the Nook or called Nook. So if you're more of a Barnes and Noble type girl, if you have access to that for cheaper, anything like that, any factor like that that may play a role, also look into the Barnes and Noble Nook. It may be an option for you. But back to Kindle, I also love that if you download a book on any Kindle device that you have, it shows up on all of the Kindle devices that you have. So if you download something on your phone, maybe because you're at the airport or something like that, you can also access that information if you have Kindle on your computer. You can also access the same book if you have Kindle Fire, things like that. So it's going to go with you everywhere, and it's not like a tedious task. They follow all your Kindle devices. I like that. So again, in my opinion, Kindle is the OG for digital reading apps. But we all know that the original OG is the library. The library. And that is why Hoopla is number 2 on this list. Hoopla is the app that is provided by the public library systems. So the library as we know it has come into the 21st century. And you can still get that same library experience on your phone, tablet, or computer. So Hoopla is also easy to access. You can get it on your Apple and Android devices. The only thing you need to truly get 100% of what the Hoopla app has to offer is a library card. A library card. So it is essentially just like going to the library. You're just accessing their digital copies and their digital resources that they have. So you have access to music, access to ebooks, access to newspapers and magazines. There is a plethora of access that you have there. But with Hoopla, no late fees. You don't have to worry about late fees. You don't have to worry about late fees because they're just going to take that book right back when your time is up. And the length of time that you can have the books checked out varies. So in most cases, it's for 7 days. Some cases, it's up to 14 days. But for newer releases, the days are shorter. So it may be 3 days or it may just be 5. So for new books like Black Hamptons, which just came out by Carl Weber, that's a new release. They probably will only give you that book for about 3 days. Because it's just like in the library. We need it back. Everybody wants it. It's in high demand. But I love this app because there are no costs involved. Just like the library, no cost involved. And you don't have to worry about those late fees, like I said, because when your time is up with the book, bloop, your access expires. So I really like this app again. It also gives us access to the digital copy to read with our eyes, and you can usually, in most cases, hear an audio copy on the Hoopla app as well. And with the Hoopla app, you get like actors. Either the author themselves are reading the book, or you get actors like professional voice actors reading the book. So it's a step up from, the little robotic Alexa that you get on Kindle. It adds to the reading experience, and I really like it a lot. I like the app again because they have many genres. Think about the library. Everything the library has to offer, this app has to offer. They have many urban fiction options, and they have also introduced me to other genres and other authors that I probably wouldn't have been introduced to via Kindle. Kindle kind of goes with the algorithm. You've already told them what you like, and they're going to keep showing you things that you tell them that you like, things that fall into similar categories. With this, I was able to explore other genres, other authors, and I enjoyed that quite a lot. So they have many urban fiction authors and urban fiction options, but they have a ton of Ashley and Jaquavis novels. Y'all, Ashley and Jaquavis is the theme of most of this video because I found out that they can be found a little bit of everywhere, and they have a huge catalog between the two of them. Of course, they have their own individual catalogs, and then they have their combined catalog. But Ashley and Jaquavis have book app, the book apps on lock, okay? They have the book apps on lock. They are easy to find and they are everywhere. So, like I said, Hoopla is up to date. They have new releases. They have those classics. They have a little bit of everything. If you don't have a lot of money to spend, or if you're not quite ready to commit to the book, give Hoopla a try. Get that library card in good standing and give Hoopla a try. It's a great place to start. The next app on our list is Audible, and Audible is also owned by Amazon. Audible is a very popular app, well known in the industry. Audible allows you to listen to a copy of the book. So I think it's listening to ebooks basically. I know Audible originally because in 2017, 2018, they were sponsoring a lot of podcasts and a lot of YouTube videos. So that's how I feel like they made a name for themselves. So I can definitely say they are for the culture because they have worked with a lot of smaller, lesser known people, created sponsorships and partnered with them, and I ain't mad at it. I think that is admirable and for the culture because these podcasts and YouTube videos that I was watching was for the culture. I didn't have to go look for them. They were coming to me like back to back. Another Audible, another Audible, another Audible. So Audible is another subscription based app. So you can and do have to pay by the month, and you get a certain amount of books. There are tiers to Audible, and usually they always include at least one free book. On Audible, you get you're able to listen to copies of ebooks, podcasts, and they also have original content which they call Audible Originals. So, Audible again is owned by Amazon, but it is also compatible with Kindle products. So in some cases you'll see that if you can be on Kindle, and you'll see there's a slight upcharge if you also want to get the Audible version. So if you're one of those people who is like a auditory learner, or if you can do things better by listening to a book. Maybe you need to multitask, wash dishes, clean the house, and listen to your book at the same time. Audible is a great option for you to consider. Next on our list is our cell phone options. So, Apple Books and Google Play Books are both options offered by Apple and Google. Well, Apple and Android in this case. So, with the Google Play Books, of course, you'll have more variety because it's on all the Android devices. Apple is going to sync to all the Apple devices. I think this is a cool enough option. Okay. They offer ebooks with the read along feature in some cases. And then they also give easy access to things like magazines and newspapers. You don't have access to ordering a physical copy in most cases with your Google Play Books or Apple Books. There's a whole second, third other thing you have to do to get the physical book. In my opinion, both options are high. They are not cheap. You're not going to get the variety that you get and the affordability that you get with Kindle and or Hoopla, which could be just free. Both of them have free options. Free, free, free. But I don't see many urban fiction options on here. The variety is just like hit or miss. It's just not impressive on either one. They both look a little boring, both look a little lame with the like logos and stuff. But they don't have many well-known urban fiction novels from what I've seen. The variety is, so-so. They do have Ashley and Jaquavis. They do have Ashley and Jaquavis. Okay. But they don't have many other like popular, well-known urban fiction. So you're not gonna find Jay Jones or Takira Allen or Ivy Simone, anything like that here. Or you're gonna have to dig so hard to find it that it's like, you know what, Kendall, come on. Hoopla, come on. Because this is not what I signed up for. So you can look into these options, but they are like least popular options, in my opinion. All right, y'all. So the next items on my list are just honorable mentions. And I guess they're just mentions. But I'm going to mention them. I'm not super familiar with them. And I can honestly tell you that I do not use any of them. But recently, Scribd, which is no E, Scribd, came up in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in. And apparently, it's super popular. Apparently, I may be missing out. So we don't all have to miss out. I'm going to share it here with you. Scribd is a subscription-based ebook and audiobook app. You can also get access to magazines, podcasts, sheet music, and documents. So this was one that comes kind of highly rated from the Facebook streets. If you're interested, go ahead and check it out. What stands out to me is that they offer sheet music and magazines. So I dibble and dabble in a little piano, but I think it's a great option for maybe schools or people that can't get access to sheet music. I don't know if that's just readily available online or not. And they also have magazines. I am one of those people that would prefer to read my magazine in person. Reading the magazine is an experience. It's not like a one-time thing. You can come back to it a week later, 2 weeks later, a day later. So for me, I rather read the magazines literally. I want the perfume sample. I want to be able to cut out the picture or the words or whatever if it just really sits with me. But that is what stands out about this app in particular. The next app on my list that is in this honorable mention category is Chirp. Cute name, cute little logo, but from what I've seen, the options there are what I would consider high. It's a little high, and nothing relevant came up under urban fiction. Nothing relevant came up under African American fiction. They are lacking this particular genre, but at the same time, they have Ashley and Jaquavis. So maybe they have it listed as romance or something like that. I don't know. But they have Ashley and Jaquavis, which is awesome. But the urban fiction is lacking. It seems like Ashley and Jaquavis is all they have for urban fiction. They do have black authors and they do have black books. But in my opinion, you kind of have to dig. You have to dig for it. It's almost like an afterthought. And I don't like that. But if you would like, give Chirp a try, okay? And lastly, on my list, my total list and my list of honorable mentions, there are two apps, and one is Litzy and the other one is Goodreads. And they are both listed as social media. So it is social media for reading enthusiasts. And they are good for recommendations. If you don't know, if you look for a particular type of book, or if you've been searching, you want to get a recommendation. And also for authors who are looking to launch their careers on new material. So they're both listed as social media. Y'all, we don't need no more social media. Have we not learned our lessons from social media? But so Goodreads is one that I've heard of often. I've never really dove deep into Goodreads, but apparently it is social media for reading enthusiasts, okay? And if you are a fan of Litzy and or Goodreads, let us know down below, because maybe we are missing out and we didn't even know it. Also, if you know someone else who is a reading enthusiast, this is the channel for them. Make sure you like this video and share this video with your reading enthusiast friends. Guys, this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below where you like to read. What's your favorite reading app? What is your favorite reading platform? Do you prefer to read the physical book, or do you use apps? Let me know everything down below in the comment sections. And I thank you again for getting caught up in the book with Lauren. Come back soon to get more book reviews and more for the culture. Happy reading, everybody. Bye-bye.